If you're on this campus of I want to eat this but I can't because I want to maintain my weight or it's not on my diet plan, eventually you will fail. You're completely rejecting part of you, the part of you who grew up with those kind of foods for 20, 30, 40 years. It cannot be extinguished, nor should it be. It's part of you. You need to respect it. You need to... Hey, this is Roger. We're gonna talk about why diets don't work and what you can do about it. I used to weigh 130 kilograms, I lost 53, became a personal trainer, and learned through my own experience and hard work what you should do to reach your goal, and most important of all, to stay there or orbit that area instead of shooting back up. We have Bob, and Bob, just like most people, goes online into Google, searches for a diet plan to lose weight, and begins eating verbatim what's written there. The chicken, the broccoli, the oats, the fruit, the yogurt, the fasting, whatever the diet plan Bob picks. What happens to Bob? Even if he's really committed to his diet, he will eventually get to his target. But what happens when he gets there? What happens when there's a vacuum, a goal vacuum? This person will not be there when the hard time comes and the cookie needs to be rejected. She will be tempted. She will not see why she should sacrifice the immediate gratification and feel-good pleasure of that highly addictive food, which it is, and it should sacrifice it for what? There's no goal there. So this is the first point. Goal Bob set for himself is not the goal to stay lean, it's the goal to lose a certain amount of weight. And this goal will disappear as soon as Bob gets to his amount of weight. I used to be the same. I wanted to lose a lot of weight, but when I got to my weight, that very same day, I had no reason to keep it. And I ate voraciously for 1 or 2 months and gained a lot of it back. Like a lot of it, like 20 kilograms back, like that. And this can happen to anyone. And most of you might have heard of someone who lost a lot of weight and regained, or maybe you've been through this experience and even slingshotted past your best weight. And this is about the perspective of the goal we want to reach. We want to be and stay fit. The goal we set for ourselves will not be sustainable for a long time. We usually go past our homeostasis and our body's thermostat goes out of whack. He wants to go back to where he found itself comfortable, which is way higher than what you are at when you finish your weight loss journey. And your appetites will go all over the place. Your hormones, ghrelin, leptin, will skyrocket, and you will feel hungry. You will feel that you need food. You need to eat food. And if you don't keep your goal in mind, that your goal is to stay fit, not get fit and fuck all, you won't stay fit. Basically, you will eat yourself into your best weight, or even worse. And this is very demotivating. A person feels a lot of negative emotions when she or he goes through this. And you shouldn't aim for an arbitrary goal like I want to lose 20 kilograms. You should aim for I want to lose and maintain the lifestyle that got me there as much as possible. Of course, you can always increase your calories and decrease your cardio and try and maintain or orbit around that area. Imagine if you lost 20 kilograms. If you keep it at minus 15 from your original set point, you'll be good. You'll be perfect. And that's the most important part. And this is the first why diets fail. Anyone can search for their caloric deficit online, but the recipes that are made for that caloric deficit are not tailor-made for you. You can eat them, but at the expense of sacrificing everything else you like. And because people don't know how food works, they usually over-sacrifice and over-delete food from their diet. And we don't need to do that. When you learn that you can eat almost anything daily on your diet, it's just a matter of moderation, the whole game changes, because you can still eat your piece of bread with a little bit of butter. You can still eat maybe a little bit of junk food, a little bit of sugar during your day, if you can manage the proportions of it and keep it like 10% of your whole daily intake of calories. Anything is possible when you comply to the same rule, which is caloric deficit or caloric maintenance. If you keep this goal in mind and you learn what 2000 calories is and what 3000 calories are, you can manage your weight for the rest of your life eating what you want to eat. If you know what to cut out to minimize your calories and what you really like that you want to keep it in your diet, it won't be hard or it won't be impossible to stick to your diet plan. Because when you pick a diet plan that is not made for you, you create cognitive dissonance. Part of you wants something, but part of you is doing something. And this cannot go on for much longer, especially if you don't have a goal, like the point one I just mentioned. If you're on this campus of, I want to eat this, but I can't because I want to maintain my weight, or it's not on my diet plan, eventually you will fail. You're completely rejecting part of you, the part of you who grew up with those kind of foods for 20, 30, 40 years. It cannot be extinguished, nor should it be. It's part of you. You need to respect it. You need to allow it to have what it wants in moderation. Your emotions, which generally it's your emotions that tell you to eat junk food because they feel really good, and you know, our rational self knows it's not good for us, but we still eat it. It's the emotional side that gets away with it. If we use our rational self to control the amount of allowing that we give to our emotional self and have some emotional intelligence and work on that emotional intelligence, which is another topic on itself, we can control the amount of calories we eat. And because we can control the amount of calories we eat and give us ourselves, it's not a separate entity, it's part of you, give us the little treat that we need, we'll be able to do it. We'll be able to maintain any type of body weight that we want with the right discipline practices in mind. The third reason why diets don't work, it's because of our peer. Social aspects of dieting are not talked about as much as they should, but if all your friends are going out every other day eating junk food and they're your only friends, if you don't go or if you restrict yourself, you won't feel as part of the group as one might want. And for someone who does not have many friends, it's difficult to envision a life alone or a life more spent with him or herself. And we are social animals. We need the acceptance and the inclusivity within a peer group. So if your friends are eating like shit every day and inviting you to go out and have some drinks and you cannot maintain your weight because of this, you need to build, or you either pull them into the good lifestyle habits, which I've tried and you cannot do them, or eventually you'll grow out of them and maybe you'll spend some time alone, but eventually you'll find people at your level with your values. This is a difficult phase for everyone, because when your values shift, when the things you used to value do not match the things your friends still value, you'll kind of be the odd one out. And you need to be prepared for that, because if your old self was doing some things that aligned with that peer group, either the way you eat, either the way you went out, either what you talked about, either what the interests were, eventually your values will change. And this happens through life, if you want to grow as a person, your values will change and you will lose some friends. It's inevitable as a growing part of a human being. Because if the other people don't value the same things as you, it's like you don't have as much in common. Maybe the past experiences, and you still hold them dear to your heart, but they won't mean as much to you. They won't mean, they won't be able to dialogue with you. If you've been reading for the last 10 years, everything you're gonna speak about might seem out of complete reality for them, because they're worrying about Big Brother or reality TV or some useless fucking show on the TV, and you want to speak about philosophical terms. You want to speak about important matters like the meaning of life, the meaning of doing anything. Why are we even here? Whatever, you're more than your professional life, more than what you earn at the end of the month. What are you doing with your life? What's your end goal? And people don't talk about this. That's why I stopped talking with them, because they don't talk with me with the things that I value. And yes, my number of friends right now is very diminished, and I don't care, because I will find people that like the same stuff as I do. I will put myself out there, as should you, when you want to change your life, when you want to lose weight, when you want to maintain a healthy lifestyle. You will be influenced by the other people around you, and you need to stay true to your goals, to yourself, and what is really important to you. And a better life for you is something anyone wants for themselves, because gaining or losing weight is much more than your physical appearance. It's all about your health. It's all about how you feel yourself, how you are able to maintain and continue doing sacrifices for your greater good, and how that makes you feel at the end of the day when you go to sleep, and how that makes you feel when you wake up. If you wake up feeling like shit because the day before you went out drinking and overate or overdrank your calories, and today you're feeling down, sluggish and out of energy, you will feel remorse, you will feel negative, and that is the beginning of the negative feedback loop that might shoot you out of all your values, because you'll feel like crap, you'll think, why does this even matter, everybody's doing it, and you'll just go back, or even worse. And 90% of people will do this. But please learn about yourself, be the exception, not the rule, because we all have the power, the potential to be the exception and not follow the rule. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you like and subscribe to it, and I'll see you next time. Stay strong, and remember, hard work only counts when no one's watching, because when everyone's watching, it's easy to get an ego boost and go you. When no one's watching is when the tough decisions have to be made, and there's nobody telling you what's right or wrong. Peace. Bye.